All right, Scorpio, let's take a look at what's ahead for you. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus. He's in Aries. We have a full moon in Aries this week as I'm doing this reading. I want to take a look ahead for the rest of the year. Usually I'd be doing the mid-October readings, and this is going to play a role in that. I'm going to look at the next 30 days and the extended, no questions asked, just kind of like, hey, what's going on the end of October, early November. But let's take a look at a bigger picture kind of reading for you, Scorpio. Your birthday's coming up, your season's coming up. So let's check this out. Foggy Bog, Patience Grasshopper. This is the Sacred Forest deck. Unicorn, Purity. Guardians of the Land, Protection. Earth Spirit, Stability. So purity, protection, stability, patience. You are a fixed sign, okay? And fixed signs, even though you are quintessentially the sign of transformation, Scorpio is all about transformation. There's something here about standing firm or standing, not standing still, because that implies some kind of impediment in your way. There's no impediment in your way. What you are becoming is something unique. Okay, something unique. This unicorn, and there is something about that has to be crafted or has to be developed, or there's something about it. You might have some ideas around the pureness of your vision, or it has to be pristine. Like, no, it can't be collaborative at all. This is where I'm going. This is what I want to do with my life. This is my next step. And I get the feeling it's possible that purity test is getting in the way of, don't let perfect get in the way of good. There's something about that. And there's also a little bit of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, which is, I feel like that's the stability of fixed signs. So Taurus is your opposite sign. Leo and Aquarius are also in this boat in terms of, I want to create something, but I don't want to destroy what I have. I don't want to, it's almost like you're creating something separate. So I'll give you an example. So you could be in some kind of career path and you don't want to tweak it. You want something completely different, or you're looking to create something completely outside of the track you're in. And I am getting the word track. So that implies that there's a pre-made structure that you're running along. And that might be something that's kind of irking you right now. Like you're really seeking something very special and unique. It just requires some patience here. So if you've been thinking of jumping ship, I would wait. Okay. I would wait. We'll see how the year plays out. And we'll definitely see how October plays out. But I'm just getting the sense of, like, if you are on some stable ground right now, like, let's not completely churn it up right this second. All right. There's something about that purity test that's kind of like, if it isn't perfect, I'm just going to rip it all to shreds. Like, you can't, like, let's not do that. Let's see what the reading brings here. Because I don't really feel like that's necessarily a good idea. I feel like protection, stability, patience, those are all virtues. And this purity thing seems rather stubborn, or like it's got to be perfect or something like that. It just has to be good right now. And I wouldn't rip up everything you've done just for the sake of some kind of purity test. Okay, well, let's get deeper into this. The star, there's Aquarian energy, the Lovers, Gemini energy, the Chariot, Cancer energy, Three of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Oh. Okay. So I see a lot of good choices and a lot of healing happening. I see a lot of moving forward. And I am just getting the feeling of like not letting people get in your way, kind of bowling through everything and just being like, you know what? This is what I'm here to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Okay. The purity test. And it can't be collaborative. It can't be kind of mucked up by other people. Your job here is to really make choices based on you as a healed person. And I feel like a lot of you that I'm talking to have done a very good job of healing recently. I also feel like you're moving forward with all due speed. This is very purposeful, very directional. And you're not letting anybody get in your way this time. I definitely just heard that. You're not letting anybody I'm not letting anybody get in my way this time. There can be some criticism of you about like only caring what you want. This is Narcissus. Okay, so don't go off the deep end with this purity test of like it has to look like this. Nothing else can happen. Everything else sucks. I don't feel like that is going to be necessarily good. There needs to be some kind of alignment with protection so that are you doing something just to do it? And the relationships or the skill set or the boss or the path I'm in, the track be damned. Because I do think that there is going to be something that's a little less, this is my vision and I'm going to implement it no matter what anybody else says. If you're feeling like that, I almost feel like let's take a couple of breaths, deep breaths, because I want you to remember why you're doing what you're doing. I want you to remember if it's about your work, something about being of service. Like, is it really being of service, or am I just like kind of like, this is what I want to do and I'm going to do it? Okay. So there's got to be some middle ground here. You are definitely going in a direction that is powerful. There's no question in my mind. But the methods matter. How you get there matters. And other people around you could take umbrage at how you're doing things, like being a little bit too pushy or forceful, my way or the highway kind of thing. We do have a full moon in Aries coming up, and that is very my way or the highway. All right, so just be mindful of that. Ace of Wands, new ideas, King of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Okay, you're dealing with somebody very sensitive. You could be very sensitive to criticism. And these are really good ideas, but the sensitive to criticism thing means it can be like, if I get one person sort of pushing back on me, I'm going to collapse into like a puddle of tears. Like that's not helpful here. And that's what this purity thing is. It's like all my way. I don't want anybody else's opinion this time. I'm going to do everything my way. And I feel like that's going to meet with a lot of rejection. So what you might want to think about is going about this next challenge or this next project, this next part of your life, recognizing your own power and still be able to drop the drawbridge, like not being so like a battlement. There's something here about like a castle wall, like it's between you and everybody else, or between you and another person, or something like that. Like, I'm not going to listen to anything you say. There's just a very warlike feeling here. I mean, that's really loud. I'm doing it my way or the highway. Hermit. So Virgo energy, Eight of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, I just feel like what's underneath here is some hurt from the past. So you might have an occasion to reconnect with somebody. And I just get the feeling that the hurt has not been metabolized. And you might have a conversation with this person. There might be a recommencement of activities, whatever that is, whether you're working with this person or this is a love partner. without you really saying how you feel. And I don't feel like that's good, because I feel like what's going to happen is, um, there's going to be some kind of experience in the future that is, like love is going to be hamstrung, or success is going to be smaller if you don't really get it out in the beginning. You're going to have to get it out. Page of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So this is really nice. I like the Eight of Wands and the Two of Cups. This Five of Pentacles here up here makes me feel like it's like an all or nothing feeling in this reading of, I'm either going to be in charge of this 100%, or I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Like there's no compromise for whatever reason. And whatever you're dealing with is targeting or looking back on this Three of Swords. It's sort of like, I'm just going to keep moving forward. I'm not going to really look at the hurt that happened. And okay, you're saying you're sorry. Okay, fine. But I feel like you're really holding on to something here. So whether this is a new person and you're not giving voice to old pain, hey, I don't want to drag that in here. Why are we going to drag that all up again? I'm just going to keep on moving. This is a new person anyway. So what difference does it make? It's going to make a lot of difference. I feel like the first time this person criticizes you or says they don't like how things are going, then you're taking your ball and you're going home. Like that's an extreme reaction. Okay. It's an extreme reaction. So, I also feel like some of you could stew quite a bit in private, and then it just comes all out at somebody. Now that is a very hard thing to deal with when you're on the receiving end of it. So this is something that, if that has been an issue for you in the past, where you store up all these grievances and then blah, just like fire hose somebody, I don't feel like that's a good way to be. So at any rate, this seems to me that you are making some kind of compromise with a person, but only after having a lot of conversation around it. Okay, clarify that Five of Pentacles for me. This could be the other person, but I feel like it's you. Four of Swords, definitely healing needed. Queen of Swords, 10 of Wands, Three of Wands. In order to move forward, either I'm going to be 100% alone, and that's the only way I can exist in the world, is to be 100% alone. Because if I'm I'm healed in a relationship, I never seem to be really healed. This always comes up. I'm always having this problem of being able to not be confrontational about everything. I don't want that either, but I also don't want to store stuff up and then kind of fire hose somebody. So what's happening here is you're making some kind of choice between never again. Will I have a partner? I won't be doing this again. And actually having something really good. I feel like there's something really good coming in. Some of you could have a person coming in, and I feel like this is new, from a difficult situation. And you might have been on your own for quite some time. This person there's a lot of navigating emotional thicket here for you, with you and with them. That's what's all this is coming up about. Both of you have old pain that needs healing. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of sharp elbows thrown that really is off-putting to you or to this other person, because it's all pent up. It's something from the past. And this Eight of Swords with the Hermit, there's some kind of mindset that's going on in this connection or with you that says, well, this means I can't do love. Like right out of the gate, we have an argument or we have some kind of confrontation about something. And it's just a huge trigger for me. And so I just run away from this entirely. Okay. And it's just getting started. It's just getting started. So there's kind of like this sense of reaction. This person made a mistake. They did. And you blasted them. And then you're like, you know what? This is done. This is over. So I get the feeling that there's going to be a conversation about this, that I don't know how it comes about, other than this person might send a message of apology, like, oh, geez, what happened here? Right? Because you just like said, I'm done here after one mistake. But I got to tell you, I don't think it's just one mistake. I think you stored up a lot of grievances, and this mistake that they made, whatever it was really just a trigger for a ton of other mistakes that they made, and in a very short period of time. I think we're really talking, 8 weeks or maybe 3 months. Okay. So this is a new relationship. This could be in the offing, or this could be something that happened in the past, and now there's a chance to reclaim it. Yeah, they made a few mistakes. They certainly did. And you just kept track of them without saying anything about them. Okay. So we're moving forward here. This person has no idea what they did. I feel like they're kind of clueless. And there's going to be a message from them that says, hey, we can not talk anymore. We can not get back together. But I'd kind of like to know what the problem was. And there's going to be a conference. There's going to be a chance for you to vent. All right. There's going to be a chance for you to do that. And I think this is very good for you, Scorpio, because I feel like this is a purity test of somebody that they made a couple of mistakes and they weren't even really given a chance to know that they were mistakes. Okay. So the 8 of Wands, 6 of Wands, King of Wands, the Sun, and the 2 of Swords. Okay, so this is a very nice, this is all beautiful energy here, 6 of Wands. And the 2 of Swords is like, let's not do this again. Let's not have this same kind of battle. I feel like this person is going to say to you, I'd like to give this another try. But you can't store up grievances and not tell me what's going on. That's super unfair to me. And what's unfair to you is that you don't ever hear from the other person. And so you don't know. You don't know what's going on with them. And so this is just kind of a my way or the highway thing. So first of all, I'm just going to say to you, is this on? Yes. I'm just going to say to you that this is going to balance out over the next 3 to 8 days. And then there's an opportunity for the rest of this year to be really, really good. 8 days. Let's see. 8 days, 8 weeks, 2 months. Okay, this one was jumping out. 4 of Cups. Oh, don't listen to your friends. 4 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. You got to listen to yourself. 4 of Wands. Okay, this is really nice. And the Emperor. Look at all that. Okay, so we have a full moon in Aries on the 17th. So that is happening this week. I feel like something around that time is going to, there's going to be a message coming through. All right, so heads up. Heads up. Get ready for this. Now, I also get the feeling that you have an opportunity to really move forward in a lot of different ways. The Chariot and the 8 of Wands in your life really quickly, doing something that is really exciting. Things seem like they're getting more exciting here, or they seem like they're becoming more real to you. Whatever you have really wanted to create in your life, I feel like that is starting to show up. So all of these things are happening at once. So your job is just to kind of, instead of running away or instead of trying to control anything here, Your job is just to receive what wants to come in right now. Just take what is showing up for yourself. Okay. And maybe have a conversation or two, because there are some opportunities that you might have missed in the past because you didn't want to do this. Okay. You didn't want to have a conversation. Fool. New path. Queen of Wands, baby. I like that. Devil energy and the Three of Cups. So we also have Pluto moving into Aquarius in mid-November, mid to late November, the 19th of November, almost at the end of your season, of Scorpio season. And there's a sense of putting in some time and effort on something you feel passionate about that is going to yield a lot of results. Okay, so let's go deeper into that. I'm also going to look and see what you don't see coming. Let's get a sense of just the end of October and see how this plays out. All right, Scorpio, link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.